You good? Are you happy?
No.
Chris, I love you. We're recording. Do you want us to start?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, everybody? It's Millennial Stoner. And we're back with one of my favorite people in the world to have on, Keith Fairfax.
Hey.
If I had a fanfare button, I'd hit. Hey, right. How you doing, man?
Coming real hot and fake.
I love it. You coming with the real bro energy. With the swept over but blonde wig.
That's how I imagine myself. With a swept, like a,
if you were like the white equivalent to
like
you,
sad boy hair that like comes right over to my eye.
Yeah,
I never brush it out of the way though. I just kind of like look through it.
Do that shit.
I have a tattoo on my lower back that says all the small things.
It should say like destined to be. That's more like I knew a guy that had a fucking tattoo like that, and I was just
keeping on.
That's innately our era of like tattoos that are genuinely like when they got them, people are like, no, this is deep, and then like now we're 30 and they're like, oh, I got that removed like 3 years ago. Like that was like.
There's this girl who just has swans like randomly tattooed, like different types of swans,
like feathers,
cartoon ones and Japanese ones, just like all over her body. She was like, yeah, it was my thing for a couple of years. I'm like, what about now? She's like,
how many? She's gotten them removed?
Like 40. She was like 40 of them.
Like different swans?
Yeah, just like different types of swans and from different artists, like all over her body.
That's weird. I feel like that's like a fun fact you find out about a serial killer later on.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like whatever, it like goes together. You know, it's just like a sleeve of swans and stuff.
Oh, it's a sleeve of swans.
Well, so she also has like random ones too. Like,
that's still not the worst tattoo I've ever heard or seen for that record.
It's like, okay, you know.
I had a buddy in high school. He was like one of the first kids to get a tattoo, and he got like a cross. But he like drew it himself, and wherever he went, the person was drunk because it was crooked. But I remember him like in class, like he had his sleeve rolled up. He was like this, like sitting like this. And I kept pointing out, I'm like, it's fucking crooked, dude. Like that's not like some whatever hand painted Jesus cross. It's crooked. Like and he goes, no, it isn't. And then years later, he got it fucking touched up because he was like, it was crooked.
I think the worst is the people who get Japanese letters and they find out like that it's not what they thought it meant.
No, yeah, did you hear about that shit all the time?
Yeah, it's like, oh, that sucks.
It's like, this was supposed to, I got this one. What's it mean? Chill. And then like fucking Japanese friend comes up. He's like, actually, that means I like to eat shit. Yeah. Like, it's like, that means I love playing with like little kids, actually. That's what that means. Yeah, like, you love child dick is what that says.
That means gaijin.
Yeah, no, there's almost every girl I knew had like this shit, like right here. Whatever, like, you know, any dolphin, butterfly, take your pick. But it was always right here.
Cat print,
and then not the full tramp stamp. What I like to call the sidecar stamp. They get it like right here, like right above their ass or something like that. And but it's the equivalent to this. That was like every girl.
I was in the tramp stamp era. I'm a little older than you, I think. So
I think I'm older than you.
36.
Oh no. Yeah, by like a year.
All right, well,
I'm 35. How much?
In my school, they were doing shit differently.
Okay, what did they do?
You got tramp stamps, regular ones, and that side garbage.
How many people you graduate with? None of that side garbage.
Well, in West Hampton, it's probably like 100 and something, but in Riverhead, it was probably like $1,000.
So I graduated with 60 people, so there wasn't enough. There were tramp stamp people, but they were in the upper grades.
Yeah, you had a puddle to pick from, so it's like,
exactly. That's
no ethnics.
2. Not in the whole school, my grade.
All right, I guess it's something.
No, it isn't. It really isn't, dude. Shout out Antonio and fucking Tim. You guys rule.
It's like Antonio and Tim.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Tone dog.
No, we did not say that. We did not say that at all. Hey, what's up, T-Man? He would have kicked the shit out of us. Like, legit. But
I'm glad he had that energy keeping you boys in check.
Yeah. We also had the best weed.
It comes along with the territory.
But enough about my 2 black friends. Let's talk about my 3rd black friend.
Hi, I'm Mark.
How are you doing, man? I haven't had you in the show a little bit. How's everything? How's comedy?
Comedy's good. I told you I'm...
you're doing something, right?
Yeah, I'm producing those shows at Blue Mar in Southampton every Thursday starting June 9th. Really excited about that.
Where is it again? Blue Mar?
Blue Mar. It's right off of Main Street.
That's really cool.
Southampton. Yeah, every Thursday night, 8 o'clock.
Nice.
I'm going to get a string of, 3 to 4 comedians, and you're on my...
June 8th show.
The
Yeah.
first show. So, and it's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, there's a lot of comedy in Southampton.
Yeah, we were talking about this before we started. Yeah. Well, not just Southampton, it's the whole East End.
The whole East, right.
The whole East End, which not since like probably the 90s, early to mid 90s, there used to be a comedy club in Southampton back in the 80s.
Back in the day,
back in the 80s.
Mm.
But there's no... Now you can see it because you sent me like a bar poster.
Yeah,
there's a place that's starting to open up out in Southampton that I'm going to be hosting for called Sticks and Stones.
Okay,
that's opening up. So there's just how long have you been doing comedy for? Last 4 or 5 years almost. I've been doing about almost 5, 6, and it's weird because there's just I always heard it wouldn't play out here, out in the East End. We'll
find out. I mean, I think that, everywhere there's a market for it. It just depends on what they want to hear.
Yeah,
you know what
I agree.
It's like, I've already stereotyped them as, the people in Southampton want to hear X, but they couldn't want to hear Y, you know what I mean? Especially because there'll be a time period when it's just locals. I'm pretty sure they would like to hear one thing as a unit, but then there's also the people who just summer out here and they're like, maybe they're a little bit more
that's what I was going to say. The tourists actually changed the environment up. It actually makes you a little bit more like a mixed crowd. That's actually probably more like what a city crowd would be like. You get the people that maybe live in the area, but then you get a lot of people that are coming in to visit, just want to see a comedy show.
Right. But there's a lot of people, like last night we did a show at Governor's and there was like 4 guys. They were like heckling, but like they just wanted to be a part of the show. And he was like, and like the bouncer had to tell him like, yo, you guys got to like shut the fuck up. And he was like, yo, we never been to a comedy show before. We thought that we could like help.
But that's such a weird mentality for is it not?
But they were like bros though. It was kind of.
But those are the worst kind. Like,
yeah, not everybody appreciated them helping.
How bad have you ever what's the worst heckling thing that's ever happened to you?
That nodding off heroin addict at CB's.
Tell us a story for our listeners.
We had some shithole in Hampton Bays, and it was like, there was maybe 4 to 5 people in the room to begin with.
Yeah, less.
I think this might have been my first year of comedy, I think.
Because I met you pretty early on.
Yeah, I think it might have been my first year of comedy. And there was just this old white heroin addict.
Yeah, I remember this.
Like, just barking. Like, just like...
She was.
I'm funnier than you. Just yelling to the heavens of whoever listen. I'm just like, why do you let us woman back here? Like this bar fly? Like, why do you like? She's obviously like suffering from some ism, alcoholism.
Some ism. Alcoholism.
Find the ism. She has 3 of them. You know what I mean? Yeah, you keep letting her back in here.
But that's like one of the charms of comedy. You get to play some of these lovely establishments with some of these great crowds. I mean, I've had people I told you the story about how I had like a table of fucking people walk out because they didn't know it was an 18 and over show, but they bought tickets anyway. So, but I did the joke about I'd rather come razor blades and lemon juice than look at your pictures again. And it was a 16-year-old's birthday party. And like this, they just stood up and they're like, we're getting out of here. And I was hosting. So I was walking, it was like McGuire. So I was walking back in the little by the bar to go to each of the comics and be like, you're up next. And that lady was out there and he's like, he's up there talking about cum. This is not. And I'm just like, is this me? I didn't know it was me. I'm like, fuck, it was me. Like, I'm like, I talked about cum immediately up there. But luckily, because it was like one of my first times hosting, and I went to the guy, Manny's his name, at McGuire's, and I was like, I'm sorry, and he goes, dude, it's fine. Like they didn't know that it was an 18 and over show or anything like that. They just bought tickets because the kid wanted to go see a comedy show.
Understandable.
Yeah, understandable. That was like a weird feeling for a second. I was just like, because heckling. It's more like, it's not so much heckling because I'll just like not that like I've never been heckled or anything like before. Most of the time, if I can ignore the talk, I'll ignore it.
Right.
I'm like fully engaged to hate me hasn't happened to me yet. I'm sure it will.
Last night I forgot who Nobody walked them, but they wound up leaving and then giving everybody a talking to about how they felt about their comedy.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, these two old Irish ladies, like straight off the boat from Ireland, like
sitting there talking like this.
Yeah, they had that feel that.
I'll tell you what comedy is.
Yeah, she sounded like she was with the Rabbits in Kings of New York.
The Dead Rabbits.
The Dead Rabbits. Yeah.
I never know what you mean right away when you say that.
But she.
What happened exactly?
So
you told me that she was
first
heckling.
got mad at Nick Wilkerson because
which one was it? The abortion joke, the gay joke,
all of it, all of it. Yeah, she hated everything that he was saying. But he, eventually like checked her and like got back into it.
Yeah, like you do.
And then I would say like and then I went up. And I made a Casey Anthony joke. I was like, because people were mad that Casey Anthony was at Disney.
But she's got that dunk.
Yeah, and I was like, and I was saying how I date her, and then like I don't want to do the act, but she got mad about what I said. She got mad about what I said about Casey Anthony.
Okay,
and then she was like, no, like she's like answering each joke like it's question to her.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I've had that before.
So
yeah.
I got her to stop, and then. She did by the next comic, she had walked out. When she walked out, she was like, I really loved your comedy. She was like, it was one of the best. And she was like, you weren't rude to me. You just told me to stop and you weren't rude to me.
You weren't rude. You went up to me. You spoke to me like a gentleman.
She was like, she gave me what I would go as a 66-second handshake of nothing but.
Oh, she did it. Held it and talked to you?
No, she didn't shake. She just held my hand, and it was just like her warm, clammy, soft hand. And just like, my hands of a barbarian warrior.
This small like, goop-like hands.
Yeah, it was just like, lady, it's like, pause off. Move your mitts.
So you slapped her?
No, I didn't. I wanted
Regretfully, I didn't slap her.
When she told me I was her favorite, I was like, yes, I am.
Did she talk? Did she go up to anybody and be like, you, sir, have the devil in you?
Well, she said that someone made racist remarks to her.
I'm surprised that wasn't you.
And I was just like,
what do you mean? Wait, racist towards the Irish?
Yeah, I was like, I don't think that happened to you up there. She was like, they called me names. And I was like, I didn't hear it. I mean, there's a speaker in here, so I can hear everything that's going on out there. And I didn't hear that, but I was like, I apologize if they did. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And then she went down and gave everybody a talking to. Like, it was crazy. It's crazy.
I wouldn't have known how to react to that.
I mean, it was just nuts.
That's crazy. Like, wait a minute. She just like went to everybody individually.
She was like, you did good, but she was like, you were racist. It was like, she called 4 of the comedians racist. I mean, I was luckily not one of them. And I'm pretty sure I dropped like 2 N-bombs and did say a few things that were borderline, at least racist. But I did it in a clever way.
That's what I mean, yeah.
I didn't say black people be like.
I wonder what she found racist about other, because I know most of the people who are on that card.
Well, if you
don't have to name names. I'm curious as to what she thought was racist.
If you make one black joke, then I guess you could be considered a racist if you make a black observation about something. I mean, I guess, yeah. So, I guess she was going off that, like she would hear one black observation and then found that not to be of good taste.
Good taste. Well, at least to her.
I was like, all right, lady, you're
That's
nuts.
Weird.
Yeah.
Were they there for anybody? Or they just came to see a show.
They just moseyed on in. They're like, comedy.
And we'll never come back to this place again.
That's not a knife.
That is Australian.
Right.
This is why Keith doesn't do voices. You really like, no, that's Irish. Like that's Crocodile Dundee.
Close enough. They all sent their slaves to Australia, so it's kind of, it gets mucked up.
Yeah, but still, not the same accent.
Close enough.
Crocodile Dundee. The name would have to be like, I don't know what it would have to be. Like Beer O'Toole would be the equivalent to that.
Oh, that's
Whiskey O'Toole.
There's a Whiskey O'Toole. Yeah.
Whiskey O'Toole would be the Crocodile Dundee equivalent. And he'd be like, that's not a, I don't know. What's the Irish? That's not a snake to hit. This is a snake to hit. I don't fucking know.
Are you afraid of snakes?
No, that's the whole thing with like St. Patrick's Day, that he drove the snakes out of Ireland.
Oh, yeah. I heard that.
But I think that snakes was like a term for like Protestants.
It was going to be black people.
Probably to that. The era would probably dictate that would probably also be some of the snakes they drove out. But yeah. And also St. Patrick was also a Roman Catholic.
I've never met a black guy with an Irish accent.
I've never met a black guy with an Irish accent either, actually.
Yeah, of all the accents I've heard of,
English I've met.
Yeah, English, you know what I mean? Spanish, you name it. I've heard the accent, but I've never heard a black guy with an Irish accent. The best is like a French Canadian black guy. You're like, oh, that's different.
French.
But you hear French Canadian.
That's
like,
what I mean, yeah.
And or the, but just never Irish. You just never meet
I've
one.
never met a black Irish, technically, right?
There's someone
Are there black Irish? There's got to be black Irish.
There has to be black dudes.
Yeah, I've never met a black guy with an Irish accent. That's a pretty good observation.
From like Kenya or something, and then they migrated there. You
don't think there's like born and bred like
from what?
Jerome O'Toole or something like that?
Maybe. I guess there's a bad Leroy Brown somewhere.
Bad Leroy McBrown.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Trying to Irish it up a little bit.
Yeah, sure. So what you did there.
All right. So if you're a black guy with an Irish accent, send your tape to us, and me and Keith will be like, "Oh, there it is."
But he could just have a really good Irish accent. We don't really have one.
Hold up your passport and your place of birth. What was it? Birth certificate? Yeah, right there, like this, like the R. Kelly video.
I see a picture of you when you were 5 years old eating bangers and mash.
I need to know how Irish you actually are.
I want you to 5 photos of you eating different type of kraut.
And different type of kraut. Again, that's German.
No,
sauerkraut?
Yeah, potatoes and sauerkraut all the same.
It's German. I'm not saying potatoes there, but sauerkraut's from Germany.
Yeah.
God, Keith and his
Don't try to outworldly me. John.
What's that?
Don't try to outworldly me.
No, I'm just saying it's wrong. Outworldly me. I want to.
Speaking of worldly,
what's up?
Are you a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise?
Oh, you want to do this now? All right, I was going to bring up the video, but
sure.
No, we'll do this now because we talked about this before. I haven't seen Fast X yet, but I've seen every one of these movies. I've seen every one of them, like in any way, shape, or form, because I like how dumb and ridiculous they are.
Yeah, I've indulged in the franchise. Yeah. I like an action.
I haven't seen most of them multiple times. I'll say that. I've seen basically all of them, with the exception of like. I think I watched like the one with not this last one, but the 2 before that. I think I watched that twice just because I was over a buddy's house. But I've seen them all once.
Well, they now have superhuman strength.
Yeah.
They came a long way from risky thieves.
Yeah, do you remember the first Fast and the Furious? Remember what they were stealing?
TVs and VCRs and shit.
That was that was the big ring. They were that. That was the whole thing Dom Toretto was in.
Now they steal nuclear missiles, and they beat up cyborgs.
Are you talking about the Hobbs and Shaw spinoff when Idris Elba has a Superman suit, essentially?
Right.
And the whole way they figure out to beat him is you just have to take a punch.
You take a punch and then you hit him, and then I'll take a punch and then I hit him. It's like
a video game, technically.
Neither one of them were bleeding from said matchup.
No, but that's an action trope. It's always like you see Sylvester Stallone get into a fist fight and he's just got like one cut.
Granted, I can suspend disbelief, but it's like this last one,
and like everybody was in this one, right? That's what I heard.
Yeah, I rolled maybe 30 times.
With the cheesy fucking lines they have, probably
uncontrollable eye rolls. So I'm going to give you a couple of spoiler alerts to give you a chance to cut this off.
All right, spoiler alerts if you're a diehard Fast X fan.
Yeah, like it fucking matters. At some point in time, Gal Gadot came back.
I thought she died.
I'm going to spoiler alert.
Didn't she die?
Gal Gadot was in the movie.
Gal Gadot comes back. Okay.
Everybody lives.
Okay.
Another spoiler alert.
Okay.
Everybody lives.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, not one person takes any real damage. It was action packed, but you could yawn through it all.
Okay. How was Tyree?
They threw in so many cheesy. The writing.
How was the writing? The writing's never good in any of these movies.
God awful. Some of the worst I've ever seen before in my life.
I think the last movies they went into space on like a Ford Geo or some shit like that. They went. Yeah. It was Tyrese and
they bump into the kid from Tokyo Drift and
the original guy.
Yeah, him, Bow Wow, and some other.
Bow Wow was in these movies.
Well, he was in
Tokyo Drift,
right?
Okay.
And then they threw him in fucking 9 or whatever. I don't know.
That's right. He was in whatever.
Whatever it was. So that's how they got the space.
That's right.
They were, they were in a field somewhere messing with, Q-36 explosive space.
Was The Rock back in this one?
At the end, he makes a cameo, like the second set of credits.
Okay.
So you got to stay for the first set of credits to go, and then it pretty much says there's going to be a Fast and Furious 2, another one to this one.
Well, like a Fast X Part 2 or Fast X1?
Well, Fast X2.
Yeah, so like a Fast X2, this is the second part
5.0.
Does it end on a cliffhanger?
Yeah, everybody lives.
No, I mean the way that you remember Endgame.
Yeah, sure. The villain lives and everybody else. So
it ends on a cliffhanger. What's happening? To be continued?
Not really.
So there's no Fast X Part 2. It's just going to be Fast 11.
Well, the villain still wants to kill Toretto in them, and Toretto still wants to kill the villain. So the cliffhanger is they're going to meet again.
I still don't know if it's going to be Fast 11 or just Fast X2. Wouldn't it just be Fast 11 at that point?
Fast X Part 2.
But do they have an ending?
The ending is everybody got away, and till we meet again.
But a lot of movies end like that. Just make Fast 11 then.
There's
just make this next one Fast 11.
No one's being held captive.
Did they do the thing at the end where it's Dominic Toretto and his merry band of thieves will be back in Fast X Part 2?
I think they might have ended on the barbecue.
How's Jason Momoa in it?
Flamboyant.
That's what I keep hearing.
And then for no real reason, and he lives, so he'll be back. It just...
You're talking about the opening before.
In the first, so they shoehorned in a lot of. There's nothing for Tyrese and Ludacris to really do in these movies, right? It's really
not anymore.
It's really about Toretto family.
Well, it's weird the trajectory a lot of these characters go on, because Ludacris's character was introduced in the second one,
right? And
he was just like a dude that ran underground racing, and then fast forward to part 8, he's also, by the way, I'm an amazing hacker. By the way, I have a network that you never knew about until right now.
A hidden talent, we'll call it.
Yeah, but every character did that, where they were we're just racers, and it's by the way, also I know how to make AI technology.
But that hidden talent was as hidden as if I told you in my spare time I'm a plastic surgeon.
That's what I mean.
You know what I mean?
Out of nowhere, you were I do brain surgery.
It's wild. But granted, they all have, there's just nothing for Ludacris.
Well, it's a bunch of characters that are just good at everything.
Right. Well, the reason why I don't need Ludacris anymore is because they got the cat's eye thingy.
What's the cat's eye? The program thing?
Right, from the girl. I remember that.
Yeah,
she's now the tech girl.
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron, she was the black girl from Game of Thrones with the short haircut.
Yes,
she's now the tech person.
So she's basically Ludacris.
She's basically Ludacris, but they had to shoehorn in another black person. So they was all right, well, this is how we'll do it.
Okay.
So now they got her in there. So now they're meeting all their ethnic quotas. They got Han, who's Japanese.
Yeah, it's pretty.
They brought Gail Goddard back, another woman.
And she's also
Puerto Ricans,
Jerusalem,
a couple whites,
she's Jewish,
a couple blacks. They really touched on all your heartstrings.
It looks like a Unity
and
bumper sticker.
And everybody lives, so it's how could you be sad?
That should be the new Unity bumper sticker. Should just be the cast of Fast X.
Well, family.
Yeah,
Cena's in it. He lives.
Yeah, he's his brother. He's Dom Toretto's, which is my favorite thing about the last movie. They're he has a brother, and it's John Cena.
So it's just well, Cena didn't need to be in it.
Was he also? But he was probably shooting. That's 30 people in the main cast.
Yeah,
it's different when you do an Endgame thing, because really, with Marvel, they're everybody just has to show up at the end and do the war thing. That's how everybody's in the movie.
They stuck Cena with Dom's protecting Dom's son the whole time, so he just got to be fun Cena the whole time.
That's awesome. I like
and interact with a kid, and they do kid stuff, and he's trying to I'm Uncle
Cena.
You know what I mean? It's great, lucky, good for you. He'll sell that much more Make-A-Wishes.
He still holds the record for that. Everybody loves John Cena.
It's nuts, but
the way that you talk about this movie, it just sounds like this is the same enthusiasm.
Five. This is how bored.
Did you by yourself? Did you at least go with friends?
I went by myself.
Nah, I understand.
I went by myself.
Yeah.
So 5 minutes in, like I said, this is how there's really nothing for Tyrese. Tyrese really has no reason.
You said, Ludacris and them don't have anything.
Yeah. So all right. So 5 minutes in, Tyrese, they give him, the mission where la-di-da, he's the leader of a mission or some shit like that for no apparent reason, because that's just what they're doing now. They're so bored that Tyrese gets the lead.
Well, it's 10 movies.
So Tyrese is leading, right? So the production company was like, let's hire 2 nuns to walk across the street. So 2 nuns walk across the street, and Tyrese says, hey, get out of the way, y'all, because this ain't none of your business.
Oof.
I remember.
Oof, that's rough.
I rolled so hard that I thought they would get stuck, like that old wives' tale. Like you keep rolling your eyes and get stuck that way.
Yeah.
I felt like a little migraine happened in the back of my eye socket. Of like, whoa, that was crazy. And I was like,
it's always good when you hear dialogue like that, and you're like, this was approved and passed. Somebody said, yeah. A lot of people said yes to this.
It's like, how about if he says it's none of their business? It's
good call, Chris. We should put that in there.
I'm like, guys.
Nobody turned around and said, that's dumb.
I was just like, what are we doing here with the right? Like, you can't do anything better than this. There was no objectifying of women in this movie. There was no strip clubs or.
Oh, that shit's been long gone.
Yeah, nothing on beaches with bikinis. This isn't
Triple X, man. This is
all very, very above board. Checked a lot of different marks.
A lot of explosions, though, right?
A lot of explosions. A lot of, I'm going to throw the car. I'm going to jump off this bridge with the car and hit it into a crane. The hook's going to spin around, catch the bumper of the car, and swing the car safely to water or some other soft cushiony area where it won't explode and I can get out scot-free.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So that's physics, it's just allowing.
I'll have you sit there in the audience. You're like, no, that makes sense.
I literally had my hand on my head like this. I was watching the movie and I was just like, you guys are, this was millions of dollars.
Yeah, millions. Yeah, a lot of money.
I'm like, let me make a comedy for a quarter of this and let it be actually funny, instead of this horse shit, or just get some comedy writers in the room.
People like horse shit.
I mean, there's no way that movie's going to do well. There's no way.
I mean,
it'll have a big, opening box.
That's all it needs.
Because,
that's all it needs. It's got a built-in. I agree. It's not. I'm not saying it's good, but I'm saying those movies always have built-in audiences. There's people there's people that love those movies.
Like, there's people who love Sharknado, but they didn't see the last one.
I agree, but I'm saying there's always way, especially with the way streaming is and rentals and shit. Like, it'll make its money.
Yeah, like I used to love Tremors, but as soon as Kevin Bacon was out, I was out.
So it's like the first movie.
No, actually, no. I stayed until who was in it? The third one.
Tremors 2's got Fred Ward and some guy in it. Tremors 3 is where they start flying, and that's just Bert. Then it gets weird. Four's like a prequel.
I stopped that Bert. I stopped that one, but yeah.
Tremors 3 is called Back to Perfection. That's how much I fucking love Tremors.
I think there's a Tremors 8 now.
There is. It's like them in Antarctica.
Oh, okay. Right,
no, wait. The last one was them in Antarctica, and there's like a 9 where they're in like the jungles of Peru or some shit like that.
Those worms.
Did you look it up, Chris? How many?
There are 7 of them.
All right, 7. And where was the last one in? Was that in the Antarctic or an island, right?
The 6th one was on was in Antarctica.
Yeah, okay.
And the last one was
some weird island, right?
An island.
Okay, all right. So people will make fucking movies that as long as people keep renting these things, they'll still make them.
You can shoot those on like an iPhone now, though.
Yeah, they basically do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the only consistent character in every one of them.
Birdie.
Michael Gross, who was also, what was he, the fucking psychiatrist on Facts of Life?
Yes.
That's right.
Not Facts of Family Ties.
Family Ties. He was Michael J. Fox's psychiatrist.
John Heder is in the new one.
Man, Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, wow.
That sounds about right for his career.
Yeah.
Took a bit of a dive.
Bit? There's nothing. I mean, no, there was that 2 years after Napoleon Dynamite, because Napoleon Dynamite was a huge success. Mm-hmm. There was that couple, he was in like a couple like high level romantic comedies as like The Best Friend. And then he did like The Benchwarmers with like David Spade.
Yeah, I remember seeing The Benchwarmers.
And then after that, it's just kind of like I haven't seen him in shit. But whatever, that's the nature of the beast. So your review for how many stars for Fast X?
I get a 1 out of 10.
Would you recommend people see it for its idiocy?
It's not even funny enough to make fun of, ironically. Like, it's not even like Like, at no point in time was I ever amused by what I saw. At no point. I was
You
just
sound like such a young king right now.
No,
like, at no point was I amused by anything.
It's like, what is this garbage that you have put in front of me?
Yeah.
And what if that you've served, that it was approved and signed, sealed, and delivered, and said this is a good movie, put it out.
He spent $20 on that ticket. What's that? What do you got up there? Is this Jodi Arias in her nude pictures?
What?
Nothing. Sorry. You know who Jodi Arias is?
No.
Type in Jodi Arias. JODIEARIES.
What does she do?
She's murder of Travis Alexander. She said, Jodi Arias. She was she had like a boyfriend, and like she was going to have she had like a boyfriend or like a husband and like had him killed and anything like that. And she like sent like pictures of her asshole to one of them.
Do we have the asshole?
Go up Jodi Arias nude pictures.
Was it worth the killing?
It's my true crime threesome is her and fucking what's her name, who was at Disney World recently. Yeah, look, see? Pictures of her asshole and her smashed pussy.
All right, well, I get it.
This just such energy of a friend being, I'm going to go home with this girl. And you're like, you do what you got to do, man. Like,
it's like, all right.
Yeah, Jodi Arias. She was like, her case almost got as big as, what was the lady that killed the baby?
Casey Anthony.
Casey Anthony. Her case was probably as big as Casey Anthony's at one point.
Yeah, I remember this. Is it back? Is it back in?
It's not too far away, but I think it's like happened almost about 10 years ago. Yeah, maybe less.
There's just in the news now. They just love bringing up like old shit. Like, oh my god, we found the Zodiac killer. It's like,
no, they didn't.
Like, supposedly they did.
They did. Did they seriously find the Zodiac killer?
No, the feds have alluded to the fact that they have indeed found the Zodiac killer.
They just have his identity. Is that guy's probably dead?
No, he's dead. It's just why
Group claims. Excuse me. FBI has identified Zodiac killer as Air Force veteran John Butera. That's weird. Who died in 2000. Gary Francis Post, who died in 2018 and has partial DNA sample that could link him to 5 serial murders. Cold case investigator claims. Really? What do they got? Like DNA from this fucking guy or some shit?
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah, partial DNA sample. That's nuts.
I mean, but who gives a fuck
at this point?
Yeah, it's like, why?
I mean, I guess at this point, it's just to have the ending. Like, who the fuck did it? Because like every, I
mean, but this is here. I mean,
that's probably him. That kind of looks like him. Chin's a little different.
Okay, yeah, he's a little older of a gentleman. That kind of looks like him. Yeah,
that's the worst drawing of a human being. The eyes are. Maybe that's how he looked. Like this. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think it's him? Genuinely.
I could get there. Yeah.
That's what all the cops say is like, do you think it's him? I don't know. Give me a cup of coffee. Maybe we get there.
Is it him beyond reasonable doubt? I don't know.
I've watched probably so many weird documentaries on this, and it just kind of ends the same way, where it's just like, he's still out there. Ugh, who the fuck is that? But that's like, I don't know. But that's how cold case files work. They're always just like, they find a hair like 30 years later, and they're like, it wasn't the butler the whole time. It was the, right. You know what I mean? Like I was talking about before about the lady that wrote the book.
Oh yeah, If I Killed Him. It was like
no. She wrote a children's book about how you're supposed to deal with grief.
Right. And
then it's been basically found out that she poisoned her husband with fentanyl.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And they also they found they also found out recently that she took out like $2 billion. Yeah, this is her right here. $2 billion in like life insurance policies on her, on her husband, and they found like fentanyl in his system.
She doesn't look like the type.
But they never look like the type.
I can see me and her going out on a blind date.
I can see 4 life insurance policies. She doesn't seem like the type. You're right, Keith.
Devil in a blue dress.
I'm sure we can find her on prisongrinder.com.
I'd write back.
You would? Would you ever date her? Would you ever do that? Would you ever do the pen pal thing? There's like sites you can go on to and like date prison
for
women.
lack of the effort. No, you know what I mean. It's like you obviously have some self-healing that you need to do. Inside.
You're like, you wouldn't like take the chance and be like, oh, it's alleged murder. It's not murder.
I like a chick who's a little softer around the edges than a ex-con. You know what I mean?
What if it's like a soft looking, like what if it was like a blue collar crime that she's in for? You automatically go that she stabbed her ex-husband with a Phillips head screwdriver and her nickname is Phillips.
Listen, it could be Winona Ryder. I mean, like, it just...
it depends on the crime?
And she pulled the Winona. You know what I mean?
Does it depend on the crime, though?
Yeah, it depends on the crime.
You heard it here first, ladies.
Meet an inmate.
Oh, my God. Meet an inmate. Let's look at this shit.
No, but I follow, what's it called? Prison Baddies?
What's that, a TV show?
No, it's like on like Tinder. I mean, not on Tinder, on Twitter. It's called like what is it called? Oh, Mugshot Shorties.
Dude, did they Mugshot Shorties?
Yeah,
wait.
look up Mugshot Shorties.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Mugshot Shorties. Yeah, this is where you find hot chicks with beautiful mugshots. Here we go.
Oh, I thought it was like a dating site called
No,
Mugshot.
it's an Instagram or there we go.
Oh, every woman in this picture looks fucking crazy. You see the crazy in them, though.
Well, then you play the game of would you date them based off the photo, and then you look at the crime, and you're like,
oh wait,
shit.
It tells the crime is there too?
Yeah, usually it tells them the crime.
Let's go in blind right now. Chris, go down. Oh, that she looks like she might have stabbed somebody.
They all look a little dangerous.
The one on the end definitely looks dangerous.
Yeah.
All right, she's the the one on the left side. On the bottom. Yeah, you go. No, you're right. Yeah. Click on that one.
Hold on. Give me a second.
All right. So it has their crime. That's cool.
Right. If you're in for, you and a girl got into a squabble and you had to stab her a few times, like, I get it, whatever.
What kind of crimes would you look past? What's the one you'd be like, all right.
Nothing in the revenge game. I revenged my boyfriend and, nothing like that. All like, I was trying to improve myself through the means of
murder.
All right.
You look past it? Why not? Hey, man, it's 2023.
Excuse me, Mrs. Buttafuoco. I would like to...
Wasn't that just... who was that? It was Joey Buttafuoco. Who was that? It was fucking Tori Spelling? Or Tori Spelling played her in the movie.
Oh, yes.
That's what it was. Are we on this now, Chris?
Does it have their...
Yeah, the one with the dreadlocks has got the Rihanna vibes. Oh no! Look at that tattoo.
It doesn't have
the crime. Is there like a
aggravated assault?
What do you say?
Aggravated.
What kind of assault? On who? What was it? We need details.
Probably with another chick or an ex-boyfriend.
What do you say?
Yeah, I give it a shot.
All right. We're doing great.
Little Aggie.
Let's go up there to the Heidi-looking girl with the blonde hair right above her.
DUI. All right. Look.
That sounds about right. Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, we all make mistakes.
Fish in a barrel.
I'm going to crucify this young lady. She deserves a second chance.
All right. What about the smiling one on the end? Yeah, that's the one. The one that looks. I bet you it's going to be
stealing.
Like. Yes. Can we guess the crime? See if you can guess the crime.
Stealing.
You say stealing?
Yeah, she definitely stole some.
I'm going to say aggravated assault because that's a smile of a devil. Yeah!
Wow, 3 accounts of
accounts of aggravated battery in a public place, 4 counts of battery with use of a deadly weapon, and aggravated assault between May 7th and May 9th. There was a total of 7 separated attacks where she would chase people unprovoked with a baseball bat. What do you say? Smash or pass?
I'm passing that one. She's a little spicy, that one.
But you can see it in her face too.
Yeah, she has no resent or she doesn't feel bad about what's happening.
I just love how the caveat to the end of this is this lady would just randomly chase people with a baseball bat.
No, how frightening that is.
Yeah, because she's probably like 5'7", so it's
the mentality though, and she has the mentality of just like, I don't give a fuck. And I'm like, you ready? You ready for it?
Oh, that shit?
I'm like, really? Like, what are we doing? And it's just like, and then it's like, as a man,
if you were standing there, like if we were outside,
as a man, you have to figure out when to take her seriously because it's like, all right, is she swinging it like a regular chick, or has she swung a baseball bat her whole life? You know what I mean? It's like you got to figure out whether you're going to try to grab the baseball bat or you got to make a break for it.
7 counts. I'm willing to bet she might know how to swing a bat.
Yeah, you thought it was like, is she choking up on it, taking like real nice cuts?
You know what I mean? He's like, hey, motherfucker. Oh, shit. She got that Euclid stance.
Run.
If she does this first and has the bat like tucked here,
right.
I'm getting the fuck out.
Go up to middle
you pick
top.
one, Keith. You
middle
pick
top. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
What she looks like Wednesday Addams in the middle.
No, up one, her. Yes, I'm going to assume that this one is breaking and entering.
Breaking and entering. I'm going to say possession of narcotics.
It's a good one. Aggravated
assault.
A lot of
aggravated assault.
Carrying a weapon.
Illegal weapons. And illegal possession of a weapon in a nightclub or bar. Allegedly pointed gun at people, threatening to kill them.
Oh, all right.
Okay. What do you say? Smash or pass?
She's pretty cute.
She is cute. She's got like, what's her name? Who plays Wednesday? She looks kind of like her, Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, she does.
She's just pointing at motherfuckers in a club.
We can get past that. I think that we can get past that. She's probably from a small ho-dunk town. She just needs to see the bright lights of the city.
She just needs. I can fix her.
Yeah, I can fix this one.
So all right. So Keith, ma'am, I don't know what's her name. If you're out there, ma'am, if you see us, this is your fixer right here.
Hello.
All right, let's go back. Let's see what else. This is great. I'm having so much. I'll do this all fucking episode. I don't give a shit. The manic pixie one. No, wait. You pick one. You pick another one.
Down all the way to your right.
Up. I know the one you're gonna pick.
Yeah, that one.
Yep. Is it Lindsay Jennings? What's the charge?
Arson. That's what she went.
That's all it says?
Yeah, arson. That was her. This is her now. Yeah.
I mean, I guess she's pretty cute.
Yeah, people set things on fire sometimes. Sometimes you strike a match.
That's her.
Yeah. Mugshot.
How many followers? Yeah, 3,925 followers.
Yeah. All right, go back. I hate her because she's like, loves it.
Yeah. I want to know all right, so let's see if we can.
All right, let's pick one who's like, oh yeah, the girl with the face tattoo on the bottom.
In the middle?
Yeah.
All right, wait, let's see. What do you think the crime is? Assault. I'm saying definitely assault. Yeah, I'm going assault all the way.
She's a face tattoo.
Yeah. Destruction of property. It says, okay, I thought it said specific. Okay. What is that? A fleur de lis under her? Oh, she's got fucking green eyes.
Yeah, she has a saint's tattoo on her cheek. It's pretty nuts.
Smash or pass?
Smash.
All right. I smash as well.
Smash.
Can we, out of curiosity, I want to know what it looks like.
I want to see
Sleepy King Kardashian right there.
Theft.
I say stolen vehicle. I say car specifically. Grand Theft Auto. Armed robbery at a jewelry store? I can't believe we didn't think of that. That makes complete sense.
With those lashes.
Dude, that woman is on ketamine. Smash or pass, though. Yeah, her lips look like they take a special tube to inflate. I understand.
I'd probably say smash for the story. It was like
this is a girl that has a lot of random tattoos with like weird stories that we talked about before. She's got
a bad person.
She's
probably a bad person. Deep down inside, she's not good. Yeah, she's not good.
All right,
she doesn't tip. Basic shit.
The one right next to her, she looks intense. I'm gonna say murder.
On the left or the
right? No, you were just on the left. I'm gonna say attempted murder.
I'm gonna say something with a car and drinking.
Okay, you're gonna say drugs or you say drinking. Okay, DUI. And what, smash or pass? You take this woman out on a nice date, make sure she doesn't drive home.
She sobers up again. Oh yeah, for a night on the town.
This is my favorite episode. Go back. We do a couple more of these.
Play a little Morgan Whalen. Whiskey in my. Never mind.
Let's see here. What? Jesus, these are some frightening looking ones here. I'm curious to see the one with the big smile. Yeah. What do you think, Keith?
Assault and battery.
You say assault and battery?
Yeah, without a doubt. She has like a little blood on her face. It looks like
shit.
She's fighting the cops back.
I'm going to say aggravated assault as well. DUI. No, that's big from the car crash she got in.
Yeah. She doesn't give a fuck either. She's like, I'm going to get out of this.
Mondays mimosas.
She's like, I'll be out in the morning, bitch.
Whatever. I'll be in work like same time tomorrow.
Like, please believe it.
She got arrested outside an Applebee's.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. All right. Smash or pass, though?
Smash.
You smash? Okay. She looks like a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she parties. There's that.
She definitely parties.
Mm-hmm. All right, Chris, go back. I want to find... Oh, whoa, the serial killer in the middle. What do you think?
Serial killing?
You think serial killing?
Yeah.
I'm going to say definitely destruction of property. That girl looks like she has some thoughts on how the government...
she did, it was personal.
She looks like she has a lot of thoughts about where the government should have power in the world.
Whatever crime she did was personal to another human being. It wasn't like some random shit. It was like she did something to somebody.
She looks like a poster to a Netflix show.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. All
right, so I'm gonna say destruction of property. You're gonna say what? Murder or attempted assault?
Assault or attempted murder. Something personal.
Assault with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, so it's probably a show called
burglary.
But methodical. It takes a lot of thought to do some burglary.
She got the glasses. Right. She probably was in the van.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'll smash that, by the way.
Yeah, she thought it was set it off. It's like, no.
Man. Let's keep going. Yo, I got to know about the girl with the skin. Come on. With the doe eyes.
She was trying to.
I'm going to say definitely possession of like meth.
Somebody. But I'm going to say drugs.
Yeah, I'm going to say drugs. Whatever drug charge as well. Allegedly stabbed her on and off boyfriend 22 times in his sleep after she found him messaging okay, maybe this guy deserved it actually. Messaging a 13-year-old girl, then FaceTimed her.
Oh, well, he's a hero.
Showing the body and what'd you say? Oh, he's a hero?
She's a hero.
Oh, she seems to be a hero. She did show the body and giggling. X has accused her of blackmailing them with sex tapes and saying she had a fascination with She looks like she has a fascination with serial killers. This seems like she did the world a bit of a service. But it also seems like a Dexter-like scenario where if she doesn't kill these people, she'll kill you.
I mean, she doesn't look like she won't kill.
No, that's what I mean. Like, look at. I mean, that looks like somebody that'll try to fuck you up with like a cheese grater.
That eye tattoo like that. I'm like,
I thought it was a scar. No, it's it's a sword.
Yeah, she's
got the wonky eye too.
She's like Brock Lesnar. Like, she's fucking an animal.
It's Brie Lesnar.
Then the tats in the face.
And then the tats in the face, the wonky eye, like that. I mean, I would. Like,
I would not.
You have to admit, you wouldn't. If you were drunk at a bar and this girl came up to you, you wouldn't fuck her?
She has the Silence of the Lambs bee around her neck. Man, no thank you.
Oh my God, she does have the Silence of the Lambs.
I don't like that.
That's too scary. It's too much. That's scary.
I don't want her on my road, let alone in my house.
Let's find another frightening one. Go back, Chris. Some people just look exactly like the crime they committed, I swear to God.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else we got here?
The girl laughing again.
In the middle?
Yeah.
It's going to be like DWI or drugs.
Something that her dad can get her out of.
All right, let's say, let's click on
a crime that money will get her out of.
Yeah, I'm going to say like DWI, DUI. Driving while impaired. Yeah, come on. While under 21.
Some light shit. I knew it.
She's under 21, so I will pass.
All right, so listen, we're going to go through let's pick who you think.
Go ahead.
Has the worst crime, and we'll just pick out of these.
Whoever's got Sharon Stone vibes up there. Let's say I'm going to say definitely killed her husband.
I'm going to say
you think that's the worst crime? All right, out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 8 right here.
That's 6 girls. 9.
None of us.
I'm going to say that's
You're like, that's 6. It's 9. 9. None of us know how to count.
I'm going to go the girl in the middle did the worst shit.
So the girl in the middle did the worst shit. I'm going to say the girl in the top right, the blonde one with the 1,000-yard stare.
All right, let's see.
Stole $15,000 in passports from a group of Canadian tourists in Vegas. White collar crime.
Yeah.
All right. What's hers? Let's see what's worse comparatively.
The middle.
Middle. What is that? Pedestrian in roadway.
Obstruction of law enforcement officer, criminal damage of property, arson, interference with a government property, not riot and unlawful
This girl could be
assembly, trespassing, protesting.
I was gonna say this girl's probably a protester,
which led to a riot. I mean, wait, she set some arson up. She did. Listen, she was about the life.
No, I'm not saying it's not worse.
Yeah, you tell them Black lives do matter. You tell them.
You find out she was on the North Carolina side.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. That wasn't what she was fighting for. But that face, that 1,000-yard stare on that one. Oh boy.
Was the Harley Quinn looking lady right there? Maintaining a drug trafficking place, possession of meth with intent to distribute, possession of THC, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of meth. This comes up a lot. Possession of controlled substances and delivering illegal articles to inmates. And she looks like she has a very interesting chest tattoo that has a Bible verse on it.
Yeah, she doesn't mind being locked up.
So I present to you.
She probably has Hep C, and herpes type 2. I believe it is.
I just realized how fucking dilated her eyes are too right now.
I'm gonna leave her alone.
I'm gonna leave her alone too.
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh my god,
she likes somebody different than me anyway.
She likes somebody different than you anyway.
Yeah, she wouldn't like me.
I've only got 10 minutes left, and I want to watch this fucking.
Oh yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. You're a big sports guy, right?
I like me as some sports.
I like it in sports.
Sports.
I sent you this video, but you had seen it. I cannot stop laughing at this.
Did you have it from the beginning?
You want to show the whole thing?
No. The way Mace is like telling why he was doing what he was doing. Show your video.
Let me set it up first. Yeah, I mean, I have the whole video here.
Okay, good.
So this is Cameron's show, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, they do it together. Kind of.
Yeah, that's Cameron and Mace. And for anybody that's not our age and don't know, you might know who Cameron is, but Mace was a dude that became a rapper, then became a priest, and now he does a show with Cameron, and he's fucking hilarious in this. So they're talking about Jordan Poole here, who plays for what, the Denver Nuggets?
No, he plays for the Golden State.
Golden State Warriors. That's what I meant. Golden State Warriors, who are in the run right now, right?
No, they're out.
They're out. Okay, so he apparently had went on a date with Ice Spice. Yes. And Ice Spice is I've never heard any of her music, but she's like a rapper and shit. Like she's a female rapper. No. She's pretty
New York
she's New York, New York native. And she apparently was taken out on he spent $5,000, and this is what
he spent
500K, excuse me, on a one date with her.
Yeah.
And this is what Cameron had to say about it.
Well, because he's erratic. Because what happens is this.
Go back further, Chris.
What's going on now? If you have some personal shit, trust me, I just went through some personal.
Oh, cool. It's working.
It's good? Yeah. Okay. Go back. Just play the beginning of the video. There you go.
Pissing me off. I'm not going to
lie. He be playing like he's at Dykeman or something.
Listen, man. Jordan Poole, listen, man. We had this combo last show. You are stinking it up since you got that fucking bag. And Andrew Wiggins, too. I don't know what happened personally and everything else, but y'all can't be grabbing 140, 130 million and disappearing, not giving the media knowing what's going on. Now, if you have some personal shit, trust me, I just went through some personal shit. I dig it. Just knew what I went through. Right. Jordan Poole, you spent $500,000 on a Ice Spice date.
He's a munch.
You're a munch, and you're playing like a fucking munch. This is not you from last year, bro.
I saw it. It just goes,
go back to Milwaukee and finish.
You're a munch and you're playing like a fucking munch. Like,
hilarious.
I love it. Like it's so good, and he nails his ass to the wall.
I love Cameron.
Oh, I didn't realize how fucking fun. I became a fan of his show after this. I'm like, this dude talks great trash. So play it. You go play it, Chris. And he's not like Joe Budden, who just kind of like hates to hate.
Right.
Back in the playoffs because you look crazy. It's because I had your back last year. You got here talking about what was all that Jordan Poole shit you was popping?
Chill.
Nah, you're much because I got his back. don't know, Jordan Poole was in the G League.
Yeah.
And then he had to come back, and I'm like, yeah, that is just due. Now you are much. I better see it's different.
Jordan Poole, I knew he was bugging. This nigga did an in and out and ran nigga over. I said,
yeah, because he's erratic. Because what happens is this. what happens is this. When you start dating the Ice Spices and the people, they say, boo watching. Boo watching. Let me get all crazy because she don't. She from the Bronx, bro.
Wow, you could have got her a pizza.
Yeah.
He goes,
you could have got a pizza.
it's the fun. Let me ask you a serious question because you're like a fan of sports and there's like a thing. Do you think that kind of shit interferes with players playing well? As someone who you love basketball particularly.
No, it's like guys always been, they'll pimp out and just like, oh, let me try to impress you. You always see some guy trying to impress some girl at a football stadium. And they,
that was like when what's his name?
Brand new Range Rover, brand new Ferrari. It's just like first date. Rent out a foot. Like Drake has rented out a stadium for a first date before.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
That's like it's stupid. What I mean? It's just it's a high level flex, but wild.
Well, for a first date,
it's
I don't even know what he did. That's $500K. I'll never see 500K. I don't care if this podcast, I'll never be like liquid, I'll never see 500K. I don't even know what that would even look like to spend money on, but he did it in one night. That's fucking crazy to me. And now they're out of the fucking running, right?
Yeah, they're gone.
It's probably because Ice Spice.
Jordan Poole didn't play well. I mean,
this was the beginning of it, right?
Jordan Poole definitely didn't play well. So I mean, this might have been the last game of the playoffs that he was talking about. He just like, this was like
2 weeks ago. But because we didn't record one for Mother's Day. But I am now a fan of Cameron because the amount of shit this guy talks is. But he makes a good point.
You said boo watching. You know what? When boo watching, you know what? You definitely play a little differently when boo watching. Yeah. You say, let me show off a little bit boo watching.
Well, that was like when who was the fucking dating? Was it Tony Romo was dating Simpson?
Jessica Simpson.
Yeah, that was like the whole thing where she was in the crowd with the pink jersey on.
Yeah, it's distracting.
Yeah, man.
You can't have boo watching.
So, but then what did May say? He's like, this girl's from the Bronx. Yeah, you could have bought her a pizza.
Same thing with comedy too. You bring a girl to the comedy club and you go up there and she watch you eat shit.
I don't ever bring a girl to a comedy club. Yeah, I don't do that, man.
Oh, man.
Dude, I've seen some guys do that. They're like, oh, this is so and so, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I watch them eat shit.
Go up there, just eat a dick. And just like, sweet.
Yeah, you're not getting laid tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
dude.
There's no way. She has one respectable bone in her body. She should leave you.
Yeah, and then come to you.
Obviously.
Listen, man, why are you doing comedy? You just at the bar talking to him. Like, why are you doing comedy? Why are you hanging out with this
Then that night I also bombed, and she's like, you guys suck.
All right, I'll go home alone.
Yeah, all right.
Oh man, but yeah, no, I just this is like the kind of shit. I think with sports, I just like when people just like just decimate people with shit like this. It's even funnier that he didn't make it. That he played like shit the whole time because of this.
He played. I think he had 27 points the first game, then he had 21 points through the rest of the series.
Isn't he like one of the new fucking not prodigy, I guess, but he's one of like the new hotness or whatever the fuck.
Like you said, he came from the G League and then he worked his way up to being on a team that he had a phenomenal playoff run last year, and now
that happens all the time. I feel like dudes have I guess it's called lightning in a bottle, right? But like
a little bit, yeah. He just listen when you strike iron when you're about to get up to be re-signed. He lucked out. He was about to be re-signed, and he had a phenomenal playoff series.
It's just weird how sometimes some guys can't get that magic back because you would all think it'd be like all in the training and Kevin Garnett. Maybe not always consistent, but he wasn't a one-hit wonder.
Mm-mm. Also, Klay Thompson came back too, so that kind of messed up his record.
That's also true. Yeah. So, all right. I love ending the podcast with some subtle sports talk. So we're gonna do some plugs real quick. And dude, that was so much fun. I can't wait to put up. Can we put this up on National Women's Day? Just so I could get fucking. We've all got shows coming up. Keith was talking about his shows. You want to just go over those dates? The shows that you're doing.
June 7th at Crafted in Riverhead. I'm doing an open mic comedy show. There's gonna be a lot of nice comics there. Hopefully you'll. That
mic is always fun. Come on, even if you're a first timer, come down.
I got a DJ Beige Life DJing afterwards. Then on June 8th, that Thursday, I'm hosting a comedy show at Blue Mar in Southampton. at 8:00. Come on down every Thursday. I'll be hosting the show. Excuse me, and it'll be a great time.
That's awesome, man. I will be on the June 8th show for Keith, which is going to be great. But before that, on June 2nd, I'm going to be in East Hartford, Connecticut with Terry McNeely and the Funky Bunch. It's Fat J, Billy Geyer, and myself. Terry's going to headline. On June 2nd, we're going to be at the One Wood Pub in East Hartford, Connecticut. Show is at 8 p.m. Doors will probably be at like 7:30. So come on down. It's going to be great. We love doing this. And the next night, if you're in the Pennsylvania area, for Oliphant, Pennsylvania, we're going to be at the Keystone Stage. Same lineup. Myself, Billy Geyer, Fat J, and Terry's going to be headlining. It's going to be great. You can buy tickets online at thekeystonestage.com. It's 125 Lackawanna Avenue, Oliphant, Pennsylvania. Come on down. And then I'll be doing Keith's show after that. And at the end of the month, I'm going to be at the Comedy Works in Bristol on I believe the 24th and the 23rd. I'll double check those dates. It might be wrong. I say that I get my dates all wrong on here all the time. So yeah. All right. That's pretty much it. Awesome. Dude, thanks for coming on.
Hey, no problem,
that was so much fun judging women.
Is that what we did?
Well, we judged inmates.
Inmates.
We judged inmates.
Those mugshot shorties.
Yeah, mugshot mollies. So, all right, man. Thanks for coming on. And by the way, if you ever get a chance, check out Keith's podcast, Fairfax with Fairfax. It's a lot of fun. I try to pop on it whenever I can.
Every Tuesday at Crafted, we shoot that live. Come down and watch Fairfax with Fairfax.
Sometimes I'm there. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm busy, but I always try to go down. It's a lot of fun, though.
Always a good time. Come down.
Yep.
And have a great time.
And like, share, and subscribe for the page.
Same here. Keith Fairfax Comedy.
I'm at that Winchell Kid 87 and Millennial Stoner on TikTok. And there's a Millennial Stoner page also on Instagram. Please start subscribing to the Millennial Stoner page. Like I said, I'm putting stuff on my own page, but I'm shifting more over to putting only comedy stuff on my page. Millennial Stoner stuff on the Millennial Stoners page, slowly but surely. Okay. Gotcha. All right, Keith. Thanks for coming in, man.
No problem.
I would love having you in here, dude. So, I'm sure you'll be on again many, many times this summer. Take it easy, dude. Everybody, take it easy.
Peace.
The Millennial Stoner outro song. Yeah, pack a bowl and sing along. Blah, la, blah, la, blah, la, 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 la. Ba, ba, blue sheep, ba, 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 ba. This is the favorite podcast of the Dalai Lama.